Hey there, Griever gang. Welcome back to Griever Productions. I'm here once again with our boy Dimash. Look, this one has been requested a lot. It has been pretty much every video that I have reacted to of his has had this in the comments somewhere to have a look at. So I'm finally getting around to it. I do apologize it's taken so long. I'm really excited to hear this one. Look, we've reacted to a lot of him at this point. But still, we've only just scratched the surface. And I've said before, and I've gone on record before, to say it's very interesting that we can go through each and every one of the songs that we've reacted to on this channel, and he does things that are so different. Surely it's going to get to the point where he can't surprise us anymore, right? Well, apparently, in this one, there is a belted note that goes for a stupidly long time, right? So I'm incredibly excited to see how this goes and see what he does. So before we do begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We're nearly at the 20,000 mark, which is amazing. I do hope to get to 100,000 before the end of the year. That would be really lovely. That is one hell of a goal, but I'm sure we can get there. But also, if you do like the channel, there are more ways to support at the end. So, without any further ado, let's get into Dimash singing Sinful Passion.
Ты явилась нежданно,
Okay.
как из лунного сна. О, если б знала ты, что мне нужна, только ты одна.
Okay. Do apologize, I'm going to stop already now. There's something I really want to point out. A technique that he does incredibly well here is, and I don't hear this often, right? I don't hear many people attempting this often because on stage it is something that is rather difficult to do. And that's that breathy, whispered sound when you're singing, right? In fact, there are ways that there's a lot of technique that goes into it, and a lot of people would think, oh, but it's just singing softly. It's not at all, because if you actually whisper, right, you can actually feel in your throat how much more effort is going into doing that than when you're just talking, right? There is a lot more to it. There is a lot more. There is a lot more to doing that breathy sound. But not only that, there is a lot more that goes into doing it correctly. And having that breathy sound, and it very much is a case of using more breath, pushing out more breath than what is necessary for those notes. And he does it in such a unique way that he makes it sound so much easier than what it is. And I know that a lot of people are probably like, why are you stopping it so early, right? But that it's such an incredible thing that people don't think about, right? Because he makes everything he does sound so easy. It's a technique that does not get used often, and I love that he's able to do it because he also does do it very quietly. That's why his mic is like right up here, right up to his face, is because of how quiet that vocal is. Brilliant.
Линии долгие линии, были ночи без сна.
It's good to see Adam Driver getting a new gig.
Только ты одна.
Is that a... Sorry. That is dedication right there. Look at that. That's incredible. I want that.
Долгим огнем пылать во мгле, и мне страсти. Дай мне, дай мне
I love
ночью
that.
и днем сгорать
I
в
want to
костре.
go back to that last note, right? We all know that he has classical background with his with the way that he sings, right? Da, yeah. That the way the resonance. Have a listen to how resonant that note is here.
Дай
The next one.
мне, дай мне
There's so
ночью
much
и днем
pressure
сгорать в
in the
костре
core there.
грешной страсти.
Wonderful.
Ночь сомкнула ресницы,
Same breathy technique in that higher,
и вокруг
Register.
тишина.
which again is harder to do
Забыты звуки, руки, лица.
properly.
Мне
Harder to do
нужна
properly.
только ты одна.
Melody in this is stunning.
Околдован тобою, выпью зелье до дна, и ты вернешь меня из бездны в этот мир. Только ты одна.
Gonna take it back. Gonna take it back. I love the emotive stuff that he puts in. There are a lot of singers that focus on the technique so hard that they tend to be very robotic and don't put the emotive sort of spin on things. I'm glad that he does this, right? That he does it, because when it comes down to it, right? When we listen to our vocalists, or our favorite vocalists, it's not so much. And I've had this conversation before where the range can be phenomenal, but that doesn't necessarily make them a good singer, right? It's how you can connect to them whilst they're singing. And even though I don't know the language, sure, I've got the subtitles here, right? And whether or not they are accurate or not, we don't know. We can't trust everything on the internet, strangely enough. I'm feeling it. I'm believing what he's saying, despite the fact that I'm hearing it and not actually knowing what he's saying. Does that make sense? These are very fine details of artists that get lost a lot, especially in modern music, right? People don't care about it. It's all that copy-pasted robotic thing. Seeing an emotive singer like this is just wonderful. And I really hope that more people look up to him and try to not necessarily replicate, but take inspiration from and continue to kind of keep this natural music alive. Super important.
И ты вернешь меня из бездны в этот мир. Только ты одна. Дай мне долгим огнем пылать в мгле и в ненастье. Дай мне ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти.
And just pulls that out of nowhere. The man's a freak in the best possible way. Dude, we've heard him sing those sorts of notes before, but there's something so impactful about this specific section, right? Because here's the thing. Those long... So the way that... When I was doing classical music, right? The way that I was taught for these longer lines, think of it as one singular brush stroke, right? It's got to be even. It's got to flow, right? Flow on. And in this particular case, I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, so I'm going to go back and have a listen to it again. When he breathes, it takes so much breath control to do that sort of thing so well. Breath there. That whole section is 4 breaths, and they weren't particularly big breaths. Video did something weird there. Go back and do that whole thing again, dude. My God. There was so much going on there. My brain just exploded. What? Bars of music there. Okay, there's obviously more to go. That was 9 bars of music that man held that note for, and they are not... this is not a fast song. Different if it's obviously an up-tempo number. This is obviously not that. It's what, 70 beats per minute? 70 to 80, probably? Right? So that's insane. That's nuts. Hang on, I'm actually going to find out. I'm going to find out how it's roughly 70. It's roughly 70 beats per minute, so it's even slower than I thought. All I can say is that whole section baffles me. That is insane. The breath control is insane. I love that his fans appreciate him so much. And what's not to appreciate, right?
С вашего позволения, я бы хотел бы сказать пару слов и выразить огромную благодарность группе «Студия» и Байгали аға, сізге үлкен рахмет за то, что вдохновляете нашу молодежь и за то, что воспитываете правильное музыкальное направление. Счастья вам! Приезжайте в Казахстан, мы вас любим очень!
Димаш Qudaibergenov.
Аплодисменты.
Я сейчас не могу с собой унести. Спасибо!
Can't take them all with me now. There's so many.
На сцену приглашаются профессиональные сочинские носильщики, чтобы унести цветы Димаша Qudaibergenova.
God, that's so many flowers. Wow. What do we say about that? We know that he is... I said it at the start. And I continually eat my words, right? Where it's like, how much can you listen to before you're not surprised anymore? And that, like, not only was that entire section incredibly long, that was in a belt. That was belted. And then followed up by an incredibly pristine, perfectly executed set of vocal gymnastics, you know, running the scale, and I don't know how to explain what I've just heard. Like, that's insane to me. That's crazy that he was able to pull that off, even knowing what we know of his voice. Just every single time, there's something new to learn about his voice. And he absolutely strikes me, and a few people have agreed when I've said this before, as he strikes me as a complete vocal nerd as well, where it's a case of, if there is a technique that he hears about, he learns it. Like, he loves the voice. You can tell. He does so many different things, but not only that, he does them to perfection. And it's insane. It's insane that one man has this much talent, truthfully. And the weird thing is, too, I've had more, like, I've reacted more, right, to other songs that aren't as good as this, because my entire system, right, my entire body doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know whether to laugh, cry, scream, throw my chair. I don't know how to react to that. That's just wonderful. I've never seen anything like that. And to be honest, I don't think we ever will again. From anybody else, I mean. He can replicate that. He's just done it, right? He will be able to replicate that if he performs that on stage again. But to find a vocalist that is this technically good and emotively just as good, with an ear for what... How do I explain this? With an ear for what the audience believes sounds good as well. It's not just a case of rubbing his own ego and doing what he wants to do. He knows what the audience will react to. Honestly, when it comes to musicianship, I don't think there are many people that are as clever or as smart as he is with how he goes about what he does. Anyway, tell me if you agree. Agree or disagree? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of this? Because honestly, I'm at a loss of words. I mean, I say this, the video so far, the recording's gone on for 24 minutes, and the song was only 7. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below what you want me to react to next. Like a favorite, enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here today, feel free to support me on Patreon, like the wonderful people listed here, for as little as $3 Australian, which works out around $2 US, €2, or £1.5 a month. Also, if you're into gaming, I have recently rebooted my gaming channel, so feel free to go on over there and have a look. Links to both the gaming channel and Patreon in the description below.